I found out what my husband said during my missing hour, and I don't think I can ever look at him the same way. My husband said something during the 1 hour I was unconscious, and now everyone treats me differently. I woke up in the hospital with a pounding headache, stitches over my eyebrow, and my husband Brian standing over me like he'd just run a marathon. Oh, thank God, he said, grabbing my hand. You scared us. He looked emotional, too emotional. I tried to speak. What happened? You fell, he said quickly. You slipped on the stairs. His voice was calm. Too calm. But when the nurse walked in, she wouldn't look me in the eyes. Strange behaviour from everyone. A doctor came in a few minutes later. He asked Brian to step outside. Brian replied instantly, no, whatever you have to say. Say it in front of her. The doctor looked at me instead. Are you feeling safe at home? My stomach twisted. I glanced at Brian. His jaw clenched so hard his teeth creaked. Why are you asking her that? He snapped. She fell, that's it. The doctor didn't answer. And that's when the dread kicked in. Something happened during that hour, and Brian didn't want me to know. When we got home, I finally asked him, what did you tell them? He threw his keys on the counter. Nothing. Brian, I whispered. Everyone keeps looking at me like I'm a victim. He exhaled sharply. Fine. You want the truth? He turned to face me. They thought I pushed you. My throat closed. What? Why would they think that? He shrugged. Maybe because you were hysterical when they brought you in. Hysterical? I didn't remember being awake at all. You kept saying, don't make him angry, over and over. My heart stopped. What? He stepped closer. You think I wanted them to hear that? You embarrassed me. You made me look dangerous. I felt the room tilt. Later that night, I found the hospital discharge papers in his jacket. There was a page he hadn't mentioned. Patient arrived with bruising inconsistent with reported fall. Under it, husband refused to leave room during initial evaluation. But the worst part? A handwritten note from the nurse. If you remember what happened, please contact us. Remember what? I stared at the bruises up my arms. Finger-shaped. Too deliberate. I went to the security camera in the hallway, the one pointing at the stairs, but the footage for that hour, the exact hour I was unconscious, was deleted, and only one person knew the password to the system, Brian. When he came to bed that night, he pulled me close. Too close. I'm glad you're safe, he whispered, almost rehearsed. You know I'd never let anything happen to you. I lay there staring at the wall, wondering if he meant protect me, or make sure no one ever hears the truth. I don't know if he saved me that night, or if he's the one I should be afraid of. And the worst part? I'm not sure which answer scares me more.